it is really, unexpected what's going to happen in this next game. Do you think it's going to come down to draft, execution, individual plays, or a combination of everything?
I expected to see Viking playing like this. After seeing game one, I knew they can play much, much better. And they did. They delivered in game number 2. I love the aggressive style of them playing, and Alliance instantly banning out Lycan. It messes up with their timing.
Yeah, straight off the bat there. Don't give Viking that chance to pivot really quickly from, the blink calls from Toby's axe into those really fast pushes. And the amount of gold you're getting from these towers, accelerating all of your heroes very quickly, just off the back of one item from the Lycan in that Necronomicon. Alliance, they've probably got to think about where they head with that Nature's Prophet now, as it looked decent in the laning phase, trading farm with Axe, but they didn't get too many of those, snappy TP rotations, turning like a 2v2 into a 3v2. They were unable to kind of capitalize on the main strength of Prophet, which is kind of getting a kill, getting a tower with that very early catapult wave, which they did for the mid tower, but after that, not really getting the job done.
It's also hard to play Nature's Prophet into Axe plus Storm combination. They had amazing laning stage, both of these heroes, which means they're going to be playing together, finding the kills on the map. And bottom lane, you are playing against Lycan. If you make a non-smoke rotation, Wolves might scout you out. Also, it was decent timing on Necrobook, so he just sends it out, pushes the wave. Like Necrobook plus Wolves, it's like having 1.5 extra hero early on.
Yeah, it's pretty intense. Might be also worth considering, your 2 supports, the Earthshaker and Enchantress for Alliance. You could see what they were trying to do, but once they get behind, they felt a little bit lackluster and they weren't able to really do the job that they were picked for, even with a decent blink timing on Hanskin and some good early laning stage from FNG's Enchantress. They just kind of slipped up and fell further behind in that later game. DP Ricky, once again, first phase bans from Viking, along with the Slark, so focusing Nico Baby as well as Limp pretty heavily early on.
What are your thoughts on Timbersaw, Gary? I feel like the hero is still strong, but he got nerfed. Hood got nerfed, Pipe got nerfed, all these tanky strength items. Strength got nerfed. He doesn't get magic resistance from buying, bracers anymore. Not that he gets it, but doesn't get as much as he did before. It's all about these small pieces, and Timbersaw is one of the heroes that plays on the edge always.
Yeah, it just feels like everyone's buying Spirit Vessel anyway. You don't need a dedicated Spirit Vessel purchaser anymore. So it's one red flag that's don't pick Timbersaw, and then the fact that he has this window, he gets level 7 or level 8, and he puts himself in front of a tower or he creep skips. I feel like teamers have just gotten better at making rotations into the Timber lane, killing him, and then returning to their lanes to kind of get back into the swing of things. Immediate Dragonite for Alliance.
Shit just got serious. First phase Dragonite. When we were casting last ESL tournament, Chinese region, we had Dragonite going from last pick, the first phase bans, and then when he was not banned, instantly you snap it. Ember Spirit somehow survived. This combo is very strong. You want to lane these two together. You also cannot lane them, but they really shine. You lower the cooldown on Slight and Change. You don't even go for the Flame Guard. And Ember Spirit builds Spirit Vessel, which cripples the Dragonite and also gives you much more kill potential on any other hero on the map.
Yeah, and then Will-O-Wisp from Keeper of the Light. Such an amazing ability to defend towers and objectives. DK goes up to a tier 1. Will-O-Wisp, you can't hit the tower. We're going to focus you down. Get those choke point team fights going for themselves. As Alliance, do you now just switch DK into the 3 and kind of guarantee that S4 is going to be playing it?
You might start thinking about it. This is a very strong offlane combo for setting things up. You can stun people for 5+ seconds with just an arrow and level 1 Dragon Tailed. It's also very easy to execute.
And Mirana, pretty exceptional at killing off catapults early on, stopping those early pushes. which Viking have shown that they are exceptional at kind of exploiting or playing around. Mirana DK opener. I don't think I've seen that ever, honestly.
It's a very weird one, but these two work well together. It could also be a mid Dragonite, it could be a safe lane, like you never know. That's what's strong about heroes like Dragonite, that can be played at any role, any lane.
Brood Mother ban. No cheese, please. I'm a little bit surprised that Oracle has kind of been ignored the past couple of days. No longer first pick material for some of these teams. We could maybe see it for Alliance kind of slip back in to the hands of FNG. Although, with Bane available in the pool, they might be thinking about that Mirana Bane, as Pangolier also left in the pool for Vikings, so setting themselves up for some real signature heroes.
A lot of these heroes survived through the first banning stage. Teams just heavily focused on what they were playing in the last game or in the first game. And some, standard bans that teams love to play. Definitely they did not expect to see Ember Spirit, Keeper of the Light on top of Pangolier. So these are some top tier picks from Viking.
They absolutely are. We could see the Bane for FNG. Grimstroke, I'm kind of wondering where he slipped off into. But Vikings still have the opportunity to pick up Enchantress. Or Oracle. So it's kind of rough picking him in that third spot.
If they want to... Grimstroke still in the pool. If they want to pick it, double Dragonite stun. Great against Pangolier, great against Ember. And here it comes.
There it is. Immediate snap pick of Rubik from Viking. So not going to go for the Enchantress or Oracle, but have that Kotl in the 5. And Rubik picking up the position 4. So they've got the Pango Rubik lane yet again. Ember Spirit Kotl lane. And they've got that mid laner last pick. Looking pretty hot. So if it is S4 DK, Grimstroke for FNG, and then Mirana in the hands of Hansken.
You could get Queen of Pain. I think it's a very strong pick here. They're limited. Or you could get Storm Spirit. It also works. I would prefer to have Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, in my opinion, better against Pangolier. You have burst damage, you have pure damage that goes through his Rolling Thunder, and there's also interaction where you use the Sonic Wave while he's starts rolling. It puts it on cooldown, and you don't finish the rolling.
Sonic Wave pushback. And the team fight from Viking just seems so overwhelmingly powerful. I always love it when you've got, Pango with another hero that can gap close. Ember Spirit with those remnants and the slight chains can catch people, but he can't catch Juggernaut. Natural magic immunity. The potential to
it's a
scale
good
very
game.
nicely.
You can ult the Pangolier when he rolls. I want to see that more often, like teams just getting Juggernaut after Pangolier's pick. And you can spin attack Will-O-Wisp, so that's pretty strong. You also are going to build Basher at one point, so you can control the Ember Spirit, even if you feel like you need more lockdown. Looks like a very good Jogger game.
It sure does. No magic community piercing abilities really here. And he matches very well against the Ember Spirit. Can't really stand your ground and fight him. He can get out of chains.
If you want to put Ember on mid, it could still be... Well, wait a second. I mean, they can go for Meepo. Put Ember Spirit on the side lane. It's a good Meepo game.
Get the Boom Meepo out. I just really want to see Juggernaut by Aghanim Scepter. I've kind of fallen in love with the Swift Slash.
With the Quickie Slash?
With a Quickie. Little Quickie. What do you still want Queen of Pain for Alliance here? Even against Ember, Rubik, Kotl?
Well, if Alliance picks Queen of Pain, Viking got the last pick, they can go Meepo.
Meepo. Well, there's the Queen of Pain ban. So do we then aim towards like an S4 puck? TA seems pretty bad.
I feel like they could get the mid laner instead and put Dragonite on the side lane. But Viking, they have the upper hand in this one. They choose where they want to put their Ember Spirit. It could also be a decent Slark game. They have no like real stuns. He can Dark Pact off anything, and they ban Meepo.
You're
Welcome
breaking up
back,
a little
Gary.
bit for me.
Seems like
Hello.
you're still lagging.
I couldn't hear a word you were saying, but you called the Meepo. It's banned out. It's gone.
I'd still prefer if Alliance gets a mid laner, and Dazzle it is.
Cool. So Dazzle for Limp?
They can swap things around. See who's going to be playing what. Huh. Can you? Well, what they can do is put Pangolier on a mid lane and still get the axe for the off lane and just dunk Dazzle. So you don't have to care about the grave. You have BKB piercing ability against the Jug spin. I think that's what they need. Or you can pick something like a Beastmaster.
Because I mean, here for
I
Alliance,
prefer axe.
they want like the Dazzle against the Ember Spirit, right? Try and kind of dumpster the Ember Spirit in lane with Dazzle. Chase him around the map. Lina for Viking is their final pick.
Whenever I see Lina, man, I just go, why? Okay, that's a burst damage. Boom will be the one playing it, I assume. They're just thinking, like, who's a better lane matchup, Dazzle or Dragonite?
Looks like it's the Dazzle. So S4 does pick up that DK again. And it's always last pick Lina as well. It's always the like 10th pick Lina. Final pick. It feels pretty good this game. There aren't any amazing ways of really getting on top of her, right? There's no blink, jump, catch heroes unless S4 grabs a blink dagger on the DK.
Usually she struggles, yes, against any kind of a jump. And Lina loves to use Yule Scepter offensively for setting things up. I would prefer if they decided to go for Axe and just swap things around, put Pangolier as their mid laner. He would have an okay lane. Now they have Toby, Pangolier off lane, Lina mid. I just feel like this lineup is not good at the later stages of the game. It's going to fall off so quickly. You also have no tower damage. When you have Ember Spirit, you need someone to deal damage. But there's this awesome thing in Dota called catapults, and Viking need to play around catapult timings. Otherwise, I don't see them winning the game.
It seems like Alliance much more straightforward in what they're capable of doing. Their group up and play with 5 heroes seems pretty potent as well. As it's time to get yourselves comfortable. We're in for a bumpy ride here. Game 3, Viking up against Alliance. As the Grimstroke for FNG leading the charge. We've got a Limp Dazzle, an S4 DK, Nico Baby on that Juggernaut, and Hanskin playing a Mirana. We'll see how well he's able to fare roaming around with a Blightstone as his first item. FNG's even bought Boots level 1. Look at that.
FNG bought Boots on Bane in the previous game, or game number 1.
And over on Viking, Aramis Rubik, boots up on him. Toby coming up towards top lane with Boom. Lina going to be facing off against that Dazzle. And down bottom, Shad Ember with Celery on the Keeper of the Light. Celery, 345 gold in the bank. He's bought a few little things here and there, but he's saving money. He's buying branches. What's Celery saving for? Down payment on a new house?
That's a good question.
A sentry ward? Oh, they might know now. Have they got a clue? Yeah, they find Hansken, so they probably know that observer ward got placed. Yeah, Celery's pinging it out. Sentry ward's on the way, so an immediate D ward going to be coming here. Viking off to a good start already.
What a punk.
Was that intentional? It looked intentional.
Blightstone Mirana, this should imply that she wants to spend more time in the laning stage, you know, harassing people.
The battle
Ember Spirit's just a hero that has only 3 armor. Keeper of the Light, 1 armor. That's gonna be minus if he's not standing near the tower.
Bounty runes 2 apiece. And Grimstroke TP's top to lane with that Juggernaut of Nico Baby. Celery did D-ward down bottom lane, and they've got a good observer ward watching for Mirana's rotations. I do love this top lane though. Grimstroke, Juggernaut.
A ton of kill potential. One of the reasons why Armis decided to go for boots of speed, you know, needs to be able to run away. If Pangolier uses Swashbuckle, gets himself in a bad spot, it's a 20-second cooldown spell. You need to be careful.
Aramis very sneakily blocking up the pull camp, cutting through the trees. No pulls for FNG for a little bit there. And Arrow catches the range creep bottom lane. I thought maybe it would slide in. Shad and Celery pretty safe and sound so far. Juggernaut 7-1. Nico Baby, great start to the CS. Toby's got a massive wave coming his way though. And Aramis yet again just getting in the face of FNG, stopping any kind of pull shenanigans from happening.
Keeper of the Light with the 7 tangos. Starting items.
Well, that's what he was saving for, apparently. More and more regen. Hansken, Arrows back up. S4 does have that Dragon Tail as setup as well, so Kotl has to be a little bit on his toes. Inkswell and the Stroke of Fate. FNG looks like he might be able to take down Aramis, but a nice salve buys him a little more time. And the boots, oh, Tango regen kicking in beautifully, and he denies himself to Roshan, so no first blood. But FNG still kind of winning the battle there in the top lane, and should be able to get this next pull off.
Roshan 1, Dire Radiance 0 so far.
Still makes this top lane real nice for Nico Baby.
I did
Bottom
not see
lane
this
Shad.
matchup. Alright, hype
Hit
it up,
away from
Gary,
death,
what's
but
happening?
There's first blood.
First blood.
Dragon Tail, Arrow, and that Blightstone working wonders as Hansken barely escapes with his life. Celery still giving chase. Dragon Tail
Another
into
arrow.
Arrow. Yet again chain stunning wonderfully, but no follow through. Hansken is just going to TP home.
Mid is going very well for Limp. 17-6 against 10 and 0. And it was a 10th pick Lina.
And she's losing her lane. Not ideal.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Limp now, wave under tower. We'll see how well he does. There's all kinds of pulls and lane drags are happening top lane. Toby's got a full wave on his back while Nico Baby's farming that neutral camp under the Radiant wave. Some good farming experience here for the Pangolier, that's for sure. Toby having a pretty happy time. Even in farm with the S4 Dragon Knight. It definitely feels like Alliance coming out on top across the lanes though.
All the lanes are going well for them. Like Dragonite, couple CS less than Ember Spirit, but still it's a Dragonite. He only needs experience, not relying that much on getting the items. And you can see Mirana, like she was harassing the bottom lane, they got the kill, and now you can leave Dragonite alone on the bottom. They really don't threaten a kill at all on him.
Oh, regen rune top for Limp. He got some really great harassment onto Boom, and now chasing Aramis. The Stroke of Fate misses, and he does cancel the regen with a good Fade Bolt. Not gonna die here either. If FNG had landed that stroke, it should have been a kill for Limp. But the way it goes, Rubik escapes. Boom does bring that bottle out, unfortunately, about 30 seconds too late. And he needs to use the majority of the charges straight away. Looks like they're attempting bottom for some kind of dragon tail into arrow. Sleight of fist, get some good damage onto Hanskin. Shad, not getting stunned up just yet. S4 holding
Change
it,
the
wanting
target.
Celery. Yeah, they keep swinging back and forth. Cottle, Ember, who do we go for? No, we're going to go Bounty Runes instead. I'm not going to try this kill.
Prize is mine.
It's still solo XP for the Dragon Knight. Mirana just staying away from the XP range. Dragon Knight can get close.
Good chains from Shad, saving Celery. And now Dragon Tail, arrow tanked by the Keeper of the Light. Very well done.
Save your body system.
Shad still very low on HP, given shared tangos. Does have his full urn completed.
Taking an arrow to a knee from your laning partner, what more do you need?
Cottle playing it beautifully. Hanskin killing off that catapult though. Triple range creep, massive wave for S4. Hanskin needs to leap away, and now they're looking for that Dragon Tail again. Maybe. Good wave drag. Oh, S4 tries to hold the creeps back. But Viking saving their tower.
Are fortified.
Celery's got to be careful now.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Can't overstep. Good deny on the range creep. But here's S4 hitting level 6. Elder Dragon form. And
That's a tower gone.
That is a tower absolutely annihilated.
Are scanning.
Shad still level 4. They're hunting for him. S4 is going to find him here. Dragon Tail into arrow.
Bottom tower is
Beautifully
under attack.
placed. S4 with the breathe fire in a second, and there's just no way out of this one for Shad. Good kill on the position 1 under the tower, and an objective to be taken, while top lane, Nico Baby gets an Omni Slash kill on the Rubik all alone.
You can see
FNG.
way Alliance is playing. FNG. Yeah, it
turns.
seems like he's dead.
He got the silence off, and Nico Baby's
Get
going to get a
the
double
return.
kill.
Our blade has tasted better.
That's well worth it.
Alliance
Nico
understands that it's very important to give experience to their offlaners and safe laners, so both supports are staying out of XP range. Like, you get level 6 on any of these heroes, you threaten either a kill or a tower pressure. Now they got the, actually both, double kill and the tower on the bottom lane. They can easily rotate to the mid lane. Dazzle's going for Necrobook, of course. I expect like a Guardian Greaves after, so they will be grouping up together, and I really don't see Viking matching up in a team fight. They need Pangalier's ulti. Also, Jug can easily kill Will-O-the-Wisp.
And then they need Lena Ewells, they need Pango ulti. This Ember Spirit has been shut down. He's level 5, almost 8 minutes into the game, lost his tier 1 tower. And we could start to see this S4 DK start to roam around. If he moves into mid lane, they could very simply take down that tier 1 and open this bottom half of the map for them. As top lane, Inkswell not going to connect thanks to a telekinesis from Aramis. Nico Baby down to about half HP. He's got Wand and Healing Ward if he wants to use it. Mask of Madness queued up, and he's got the Morbid Mask coming out once his courier's respawned. Boom's
Dragon
Lena, where are
Knight.
we sitting at?
Another Elder form is ready, so he can go to the mid lane and pressure the tower.
Yeah,
Also-
Lena just farming jungle now.
Yeah, I said that Viking, they have no tower damage whatsoever, so they need to play around catapult timings. Mirana just one-shots the catapult with the arrow.
There's not much they can do about that. S4 bullying Shad. Already used the Dragon Tail, so a TP out, but no Remnant. And Shad TP back to a tier 3. So he's going to have to walk back to Fountain, then start jungling a little bit. And there's the DK, TPing mid lane with a Dragon form. Boom. Not much he can do to defend this tower unless they bring numbers in. Rubik finds a mango tree up top. Juggernaut rotates bottom. Get that free farm in that longer lane and stop playing into the Radiant jungle. Do catch Hanskin. Slight chains into Light Strike Array, but the stun onto Boom means no Laguna Blade, and Hanskin actually gets away. Scrapes through with about 200 HP.
There's going to be a lot of sustain from Alliance. like Dragonite's natural Dragon Blood regeneration, Healing Ward, Dazzle. 4 points in Shadow Wave already.
Toby does find Hansken. And it's Limp TP top, and they wanted to kill Rubik, but Aramis very sneakily dips away. Just before 10 minutes, they try to take the outpost. Juggernaut's going to go for the southern one. Alliance trying to group up here, but boom, with a two-man hit
Stun.
on the Light Strike array, and then nice little catch there as that Chakra Magic allows him to get the double stun. Two Light Strike arrays in a row, yeah, quadruple stun.
So they just lost 2k gold advantage. Grimstroke bought Urn of Shadows. Yeah, usually you don't see FNG this farm.
Is under attack.
Hey, he's having an amazing game. 10 minutes in, he's nearly got 2,000 net worth.
Money to burn.
The two supports on the dire side are a little bit poor, but more than made up for the fact that Catapult Wave with a DK double damage rune is on the tier 1 mid.
Dire's top tower is
Again,
under
Viking bringing pretty much everyone here. Will-O-Wisp to catch S4 and a lift up, causing problems, but they've arrowed the Lina. And now S4 turns to try and bring down Boom, but the Will-O-Wisp still causing issues, and their Laguna Blade zapped down, Boom still alive. Nico Baby coming in from the side on the slash. Oh, barely bounces back into the Lina on the second hit, and he can chase Aramis. Spin ready, but the Masked Man is still going. He's going to clear up so many kills. A double for Nico Baby. He wants the tower. Objective more important, but a glyph up for Viking and a chase from Toby should force the spin here. A turnaround available for Nico. Pops
There's
the
still a
wand.
Grave.
top tower
They
is
didn't
under
use it on
attack.
Dragonite. Limp was a bit out of position. I mean, level 1 Grave also you need to be very close. But you can see the power of this lineup. They group around him, he used Shadow Wave, cuts everyone HP down to 70%.
They do defend the mid tower though. Not in deny range. A lot of them very, very carefully farming in the jungle. Boom, a couple of 100 gold away from the Yule Scepter, which he desperately needs on this Lina.
What do you miss the
Viking?
most, Gary, now that like you can't leave? A lot of stuff are closed, shops are closed. Like, what do you miss now that we're still quarantined?
Getting my hair cut, man, like no joke.
I've got my own hair now; it's starting to grow. I love. Also thinking maybe I should, save some money. I can do it myself. I don't need anyone else. Also, I don't need to spend time at the hair salon, so I can
Just keep the buzz cut.
I can save another hour. That's like minus 25 MMR.
Super
I
important.
miss cinemas the most, I think. Just going to cinema. I love watching movies. I said I'm not an artistic guy. Look at me, But I'm movies.
You're a
They're
movie
art.
buff.
Yeah.
You're a movie snob.
I miss going to cinema, arguing with the people that they need to be more quiet,
Radiant's middle
Yeah,
tower
stop
is
kicking
under
my chair. Stop chewing so loudly. FNG surrounded by
stop
4 heroes.
having a full conversation in the cinema.
Okay. Getting their mobile phone out and
Dire's
starting
top
chatting.
tower is under attack.
We call them cell phones, you boomer.
What do you mean cell phone? It's a mobile phone.
Dire's
Just
top
phone.
tower has fallen.
Just telephone. I haven't seen... I've not had a phone in my house for years. Like an actual telephone that plugs into the wall. I just haven't seen one in so long. Limp?
Your parents probably still have it.
Probably, yeah. That Rolling Thunder from Toby is beautiful. Really good catch onto Limp. Stop the DK from counter initiating. No Dragon Tail, no anything. Viking holding on to this game. Very nice as they group up consistently in that mid spot. It does mean Shad is having some difficulties though. Still level 8 on this Ember Spirit, and the chain stuns from Alliance making short work of him, but with a 1 charge and a Remnant over, he does survive.
Illusion.
Nico Baby breaking high ground. Spin to get out of the chains. Omni slash ready if he wants to jump onto Boom as the arrow barely scrapes past her backside.
They have such a
Dire's
great
top
Roche
tower
taking
is under
lineup.
attack.
Once they get... I mean, they don't need the items, but if they get like a kill, lanes are in a good spot, they don't need to outpush them. Alliance could easily just go into Roche pit and take it.
Keeper of the Light getting chased down. A lot of movement speed there, but a good pushback with that blinding light. Arrow not going to connect. But Alliance once again in their favourite position. Inside the Radiant jungle. This is where they love to play, try and bounce between mid and bottom tier 2s. But Toby has done such a great job shoving that wave all the way across the river.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Well, FNG knows there's an observer ward up on the high ground somewhere. He's scouted out thanks to the tower aggro.
Nico Baby's having a free game. They have nothing that goes through magic immunity, so he can always be on a different side of the map, split pushing. They can't lock him down. Always gonna be able to TP out.
Not sure where he's going. Nico Baby's hunting for something down bottom as Celery picked off up at top. Lina was nearby, but they didn't really want to force a full fight. And Nico Baby just connecting onto mid, but Aramis ready with a telekinesis, but Juggernaut, he slides away. Lina's TP comes in just a fraction of a second too late.
The Juggernaut's power is doubled.
Alliance with a good high ground observer ward. They spot Toby perfectly, and there's the blink from S4. Gap closed to get on top of the Pango. Arrow chain stun, and even the Elder Dragon form. They need to transition this into an objective, whether it be the top tier 1 or maybe connect with the Juggernaut for the tier 2 mid.
Radiant's top tower is under
Alliance might
attack.
actually be thinking of both objectives.
This is where Alliance lineup takes over. They're gonna go for tier 1, tier 2 towers. They're very strong when grouped up together. Juggernaut's getting the items, going for S and Y.
Radiant's
Like
top
Lina
tower
is not even
under
going for
attack.
damage build, just a cast range,
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
ether lens. She's not gonna scale. They need a hero that can...
Burns.
Wait, what?
Doesn't it?
Light
That
Striker,
double LSA.
Light Striker A with
Radiant's
chains.
top tower is
I don't know if
under
it's
attack.
double LSA, but they got the Laguna Blade and the slight chains on him. Juggernaut just gets annihilated without a chance to spin or wand.
Interesting.
Dire are scanning.
I mean, what is the cooldown on Light Striker A? 7 seconds? And then
So
Kotal,
you have it. Yeah,
Pretty much
you
double-
can perma-stun people.
you can absolutely perma-stun people with
Twice.
Light Striker A. Moonlight Shadow comes in. Dragon Knight, Invis, still getting caught out though as he's dusted up. A two-man silence, counted out by the Will-O-Wisp, so the disengage from Viking is there to reset, and now they turn back to fight. Down goes the DK, S4 hit by the Light Striker A, but Limp
No
wants
grave
the
once
battle
again.
with this Omni Slash coming in. They annihilate the Ember Spirit. Keeper of the Light follows. I think they want to chase for more. Aramis, do you have a telekinesis? No, you don't. So the spin from Nico Baby's going to
Under attack.
very swiftly remove the Rubik from the game.
They can go into Roche Pit right now, but Nico Baby is just playing the bottom part of the map. Once again, Dazzle didn't use a grave. I think he graved Juggernaut after that, who was full HP.
I'm only going to grave Juggernaut. S4, you mean nothing to me.
S4 needs to get a BKB. No shenanigans this game, no Helm of the Dominator. Vlad's needs to be able to stand his ground. They have no BKB piercing abilities, unless Lina gets the Aghanim Scepter. But against everything else, he's going to be able to stand his ground. Doesn't care too much about Spirit Vessel either.
Nether Shawl and Grove Bow for Nico Baby. I guess Grove Bow on the Dazzle. It's going to be pretty good if he wants to give up the Faded Brooch, that is.
Nico Baby's going to keep Nether Shawl for himself. Extra magic resistance. He saw, even with this build, he can still die. They can burst him.
Smoke from Alliance. Where's the Grimstroke? Where's that Inkswell Blink Dragon Tail? They don't see Shad. And a high ground observer ward from the Radiant will spot them as soon as that smoke expires. No one's showing on the map here at all. Now, potentially, Shad might get caught. They've got to D-ward, so Ember Spirit sees it all coming.
Nico Baby deciding whether he wants to get Nether Shawl or Ring of Aquila. Usually it's Ring of Aquila, but, you know, he saw what spell damage can do.
Oh, they nearly catch Hanskin.
If they stun him. So he's just keeping that for himself. Doesn't want to give away Ring of Aquila either.
Holding both items. And now another Moonlight Shadow. Alliance have kept the waves pushed in, and they've caught the Pango with a Dragon Tail arrow. Toby, no, it catches Ember Spirit, but they've zapped down S4. The Dragonite's down. Starstorm is there, but the follow-through from Alliance is lacking. Nico Baby will finally get the spin off. Celery brought within an inch of his life, but still survives, somehow alive. Now with the Omni Slash bouncing in between all of these heroes, they've got a nice Grimstroke ulti, soul binding up that Ember Spirit, and a double buyback. Two supports return to the battle. Viking finally get a kill.
And you can see
Mirana
Hanskin.
falls. Dazzle still has that grave. Nico Baby, spin TP. Physical damage not going to be enough. Toby pops the Essence Ring, so he's still up, but now the Yules catch. Grimstroke hit by the Light Strike Array. Blinding Light back into Shad. And Viking. A team fight win for them, but two buybacks was a very costly maneuver.
I don't think they can get Roche. They have no Deso yet on Ember Spirit, so two buybacks just to get the kills. And I love how Hanskin moves. Like, he realized Dazzle's not gonna use the grave on me. I'm just gonna run the opposite direction, try to save my cores. So he runs north instead of running to the east.
DK spots the Lina. Mirana's coming, but I think they need like another hero here to actually kill her off. Stun. Hellbear move. Okay, it's not in the way. Starstorm from Hanskin. Nice blinding light with the telekinesis. And now the Yule's up into Light Strike Array, ready onto the Mirana. Obliterating her. Alliance trying to make a very ballsy move there. I mean, it would have been a big kill on Lina, but it just never felt like they'd have enough.
They have no damage. This is their damage. Breathe Fire, Arrow, couple of right clicks. Starstorm. Did I say Dragon Tail? That's a lot of damage. Level 2, 50 damage, minus 25% reduction. That's 40 damage, not too bad.
Dragon Tail. Blink Dagger Toby now. And Vikings team fights, they're starting to slot all these pieces together. Will-O-Wisp with Rolling Thunder, Lina with all this magic damage as long as she can keep, you know, at arm's reach from these Alliance heroes. Nico Baby, Deso is done, so Basher into Abyssal Blade queued up.
This opens up the Roche for them, and Viking used two buybacks in the previous fight, so if they can kill one of those heroes, they can just go for the Roche.
So they feel like a Moonlight Shadow or a Smoke is coming. Everyone back into the Radiant base, apart from Rubik, lurking top, looking just to clear out one additional wave, and they scan Roshan to make sure that's not being snuck.
Thinking from Viking, Alliance used the scan, so it could possibly mean that they're doing Roche. So we're gonna scout the Roche pit to see if they're inside.
Well, they know where Rubik was a second ago in that Dragon Tail. A blink from S4 finds Aramis. They get the Couriers. Hanskin snipes that one, and a free kill on the Rubik. Nico Baby. He will be securing it up. Viking have smoked, and they want to try and make a play in this northern part of the map. They get some vision down. Will-O-Wisp Kotal leading the charge. Alliance have spread.
You can't take this fight.
They want to connect onto the Juggernaut. There's the blink with the double Light Strike Array, Laguna Blade. The spin away. Nico Baby gets the heal back out from Dazzle. Turns the fight now. And he's got Omni Slash ready to go. Jumps in and he's going to annihilate the Cupid Light with a couple more hits. That will do the trick. And Toby stuck in the middle of all these Alliance heroes. 3 down. 2 to go. But it looks like Viking have got their 2 bigger cores out of danger. But it opens Roshan yet again for Alliance.
Even if you kill Juggernaut there, he can still buy back, come into fight, take the Roche, and you did not achieve anything. I mean, Viking right now, they're on a timer. They have no heroes that really scale that much. Lina's going for magic kind of a build. On the other hand, you're playing against the Juggernaut, Dragon Knight. Even though Dragon Knight doesn't have that much farm, at one point he's gonna, you know, hit level 15, get the damage, have BKB.
Now the map gets so small for Viking. Hanskin
Radiant's top tower is
already down bottom, and just look at the line that Nico Baby made. Straight from the Roche Pit, straight onto the tier 2 pretty much down bottom lane.
For my
FNG is going to lurk around, get the bounty rune. They deny one of the bounties with Necro units from Limp as well. So not even a chance for Viking to take one of the top ones.
Radiant's bottom
S4 says, screw neutral items, I don't need anything. I'm old
invisible.
school player, I don't need it. I'm pretty sure there's something that he can, you know, have.
Yeah, there's a lot of things.
Claw, Ring of Bassi, that's available. Ring of Aquila. Even
Iron Talon.
Iron Talon, just for extra armor and attack speed. Anything for free is good.
There's the jump.
Unless
They
it's
knew where
STD.
Ember was. Chain stun's coming. They catch out Shad. They should have enough damage to shred him as well. Buyback is available on the Ember Spirit as they get the Yules up, but no Light Strike Ray to follow this Grimstroke. Soul Binding very early on.
is under attack.
Wasting that ulti potentially from FNG. Glyphing up onto tier 3 and dodging that Light Strike Array. Nico Baby scraping away from potentially his first life being lost. Blinding Light back again. Viking doing everything they can, just grasping at straws to try and hold on to this game. Now, tier 3 being claimed as Aghanim's Lina picks up. Level 2 Laguna Blade.
Radiant's bottom barracks are under
That is a substantial amount of damage. But yet again, Nico Baby's the front liner here with Aegis of the Immortal. And a Basher coming out to him on Courier as Toby starts the fight, but the spin comes out in time. Connecting the two heroes in the back line, the Dazzle being chain stunned by the Rolling Thunder, and now the Will-O-Wisp, but the Omni Slash. It is absolutely monumental. Shad, he's silenced up, he can't escape. They try and Laguna Blade down Limp, but it doesn't do enough. He creeps himself up, and S4 turns with the Dragon Tail and the arrow catching onto the Lina. They've taken down Boom, and with no buyback, this is surely it. Viking have run out of options. They take down Celery's Cottle with no buybacks. Alliance are steamrolling towards victory now.
It's all it takes, one good fight, and it feels like the game is over. Vikings lineup was somehow meant to win the early stages, and just, I guess, I can't find too much sense in this one. It's, I would say, oriented for early game. You don't scale, you can't match up against the Juggernaut.
The Juggernaut really was such a great pick. Feels like he's covered so many bases here, and with his item build, Sandra Yashra, Mask of Madness, Desolator, he's tanky, he's a frontliner. It means that Dragon Knight doesn't necessarily have to, be that selfless hero going straight into the midst of battle. Nico
You know
Baby can
things are
just
getting
spin.
serious when Dazzle buys a BKB.
They really want to close out this game.
Radiant's top tower.
Dragon Knight BKB, Dazzle with one. Aramis, he's not the one that gets jumped, it's in fact the Keeper of the Light. Yet again, chain stuns for days from Alliance, thanks to that Inkswell Dragontail arrow. All coming into play as they remove the tier 2 top. They can do the same middle lane, and that opens up another double lane of barracks for them to try and take.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Ember Spirit finishing Deso on the bottom lane. They need any kind of cheap damage right now. Just get whatever you can.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
TP back to base, sell that Quelling Blade, you will have enough.
The jump on
He's just
Tango.
gonna wait until they lose a tower.
There's the arrow as well. Follow through is spot on. Toby may have to buy back here. As Ember Spirit, like you say, does get that Desolator now. Nico Baby, Aegis still in hand for 45 seconds. Celery, he's got Will-O-Wisp in 2, but the chain stuns again. Forced the buyback from the Keeper of the Light as Boom, aiming to stun up as best he can. The advance of Alliance is relentless, and the range rack's down. A big Will-O-Wisp in onto 4 with a Blinding Light there as well. Zapping a lot of damage into Limp, but he's got himself a grave. Light Strike Array will help take down the first life of Nico Baby, but no, he gets the Omni Slash off just in time.
He's back to
Dancing
full
around,
HP.
bouncing back, and full HP once more onto Boom he goes. 2 heroes down, and Viking called GG.
Man, Nico Baby so low on HP, gets Guardian Greaves and gets Mask of Madness during the ulti, suddenly full HP.
Did the Aegis
it's
expire
always-
during ulti as well?
Did he get what?
I think the Aegis expired like during his Omni Slash. That healed him up as well.
Let me just
No, he still had it at the end. I knew it was
had it?
close.
Okay. Your hearing sounds, Gary. You should see a doctor. But it's always easy to blame it on the draft. But I would say if teams of equal skills played this draft 10 games in a row, maybe one time you would win with Vikings GG's lineup with the perfect execution.
Yeah, Alliance definitely pulling out all the stops there in game 3. Limp Dazzle, Nico Baby Juggernaut. I think S4, doing very well